Welcome back to Great Day SA. How many of us grew up watching the famous Family Feud show? Did you ever imagine that you could be an actual contestant? Well, our next guests are living proof that it can happen. I want to welcome Dwayne and Sherry Peterson to the show.
Hi! Good morning, good morning.
It's so nice to have your energy here, and I can see why, Steve Harvey loved y'all already.
Yes, he loved us.
Tell us about how you ended up on the show. Have you always watched it?
Well, my daughter-in-law, she's a big fan, and so my son called me, and he's like, "Mom, they're looking for San Antonio families. You should apply." And I was like, "Okay." So we applied. I had to send in a
audition
tape. Yeah, an audition tape. And so then they called us back, and then go ahead.
And then they decided to say, "Okay, you guys, we're going to interview you guys," and they did it via Zoom because we were in the middle of the pandemic, and so they did it via Zoom about 2 years ago, 2020, right?
So
Yes,
it's been
November.
a little bit in the making of all this.
Yes, it was.
November of 2020 is when we interviewed via Zoom.
Okay.
The whole family did, and then shortly thereafter, they contacted us and let us know that we will be on the show, but we had to choose dates and those type of things. So,
wow. Well, congratulations for making it.
Thank
But
you.
I find it really interesting, your story, Sherry. You were saying that they look for families who have like interesting stories or interesting backgrounds, and you used to be...
I used to be an undercover police officer for Honolulu Police Department. Shout out HPD.
Hey, look at you. Amazing. I love that. So you were able to share that and they kind of caught their attention?
Oh, yes. And so I knew that's a story getter. And I told you I worked in morals when I was in Honolulu Police Department. And so I knew that would get their attention. So when we did our audition there, at the stage, at the show, and so they were asking you what were your jobs, and I was like, oh, I'm a high school teacher, and I'm a Navy veteran, and my most exciting job is I worked in morals as a
undercover cop.
Yes.
And then, Dwayne, you wanted to say something.
No, I was thinking about her undercover position.
Yes.
That's what she's not telling. But,
Yes, but definitely. So you two together, though, both, thank you so much for your service, both veterans. That's how they met.
Right, we met in the military.
Well, you took your sons as well. You said, we're doing this as a family. So what is it like when you're in there?
Oh, like, I was on fire. And
of course you were.
I was on fire.
I mean, it's just like, I don't know, studio, bright lights, cameras, live action,
And what is Steve Harvey like? Is he...
We were screaming. We were like, oh my God, there's Steve Harvey. He comes out. He has, he dressed fly. And so his suit was on point. His mustache was on point. His bald head was on. I like men with bald heads. His bald head was on point. We're screaming. The audience is screaming. Everybody's screaming. We're screaming.
Oh,
yes. So when you're not on stage, you're a member of the studio audience.
Okay.
So we get to see the other contestants play the game.
Okay.
And cheer them on as well.
So it's just nonstop a good time.
Oh, yes.
How long have y'all lived in San Antonio?
We've been here
12
years.
Well, we love that you're here representing San Antonio. Y'all better stick around because tonight is when your episode airs.
That's right.
Check your local listings, but we want you to get ready to feud with us after the break. Who will win? Us?
We will.
We will.
Well,
We're
let's
not gonna
see.
let you win.
Our host is going to tell us. Justin, will you let us know? Justin Hartman.
That's right, Roma. In a few minutes, we will name today's winners of the first ever Great Day SA Feud. You're not going to want to go anywhere. Just keep it here.